In the skies over Ukraine, a dramatic new chapter in drone warfare has unfolded. We've seen drones take on tanks, artillery, and even naval vessels. But what happens when a small, agile FPV drone goes head-to-head with a formidable Russian attack helicopter? The answer is not as simple as you might think. Recently, incredible footage emerged showing a Ukrainian FPV drone closing in on a Russian Ka-50 Alligator helicopter. This wasn't just any chance encounter. The drone operator was actively hunting this multi-million-dollar piece of military hardware. The video shows the drone's perspective, speeding towards the helicopter, which appears to be flying low, possibly after completing a mission or repositioning. For a moment, it looks like a guaranteed kill. The drone gets incredibly close, seemingly within feet of the helicopter's fuselage. You can almost feel the tension as the operator lines up the shot. And then, nothing. The feed cuts out, as it does when an FPV drone makes its final impact. But here's where the story takes a twist. The helicopter didn't explode in a massive fireball. Subsequent reports and analysis suggest the drone did strike the Ka-52, but it didn't bring it down. The helicopter was seen flying away, apparently damaged but still airborne. This raises a fascinating question. Can an FPV drone, essentially a flying bomb, truly take down a heavily armored attack helicopter? Let's break down the mechanics. The Ka-50 Alligator is a beast. It's an armored gunship designed to withstand small arms fire and shrapnel. Its critical components, like the cockpit and engines, are protected. The pilots sit in an armored capsule, and the helicopter is famous for its coaxial rotor system, which makes it highly maneuverable and more resilient to tail rotor damage because, well, it doesn't have one. On the other side, you have the FPV drone. These are typically small, commercial-grade quadcopters modified to carry an explosive payload, often something like an RPG warhead. They are fast, agile, and incredibly difficult to detect and shoot down. Their strength lies in precision. An operator can guide the drone to a specific weak point on a target. So what likely happened in this encounter? The drone probably hit the helicopter, but it may not have struck a critical component. Hitting the main body or a non-essential part of the airframe might cause damage, but not enough to cause catastrophic failure. Think of it like punching a heavyweight boxer. You have to hit the right spot to get a knockout. For a helicopter, this would mean hitting the engine intakes, the main rotor hub, or the cockpit. This incident wasn't a complete failure for the Ukrainian forces, however. Even if the helicopter survived, it was almost certainly damaged. Repairing a sophisticated machine like a Ka-52 is a costly and time-consuming process. Taking it out of action, even temporarily, is a strategic win. It forces the Russian military to expend resources on repairs and potentially keeps a valuable asset off the front line for weeks or even months. Every damaged helicopter is one less threat to Ukrainian ground troops. Furthermore, the psychological impact is huge. Imagine being a pilot in a billion-ruble gunship, knowing that a tiny $500 drone could appear out of nowhere at any moment. It forces pilots to change their tactics, fly higher, be more cautious, and constantly be on the lookout for these tiny threats. This constant stress can degrade a pilot's effectiveness and adds a new layer of danger to every single mission. It's a classic example of asymmetric warfare, where a low-cost weapon creates a disproportionately large problem for a high-cost asset. This event is part of a larger trend we're seeing. Ukraine has been innovating with drones at an incredible pace. They are not just using them for reconnaissance, but as a primary offensive weapon. We've seen videos of drones dropping grenades into tank hatches and surgically striking command posts. This helicopter hunt is the next evolution of that strategy. It shows that Ukrainian operators are confident enough to go after what were previously considered untouchable aerial targets. So, while the drone didn't secure a dramatic, fiery takedown this time, it represents a significant shift in the air war. The hunter has become the hunted. Attack helicopters, once the apex predators of the battlefield, are now being stalked by swarms of inexpensive, remotely piloted predators from below. It's a testament to the ingenuity and adaptability of Ukrainian forces. They are constantly rewriting the rulebook of modern warfare. Other attempts have been documented as well. There are multiple videos showing FPV drones targeting helicopters, both on the ground at air bases and in the air. In some cases, helicopters on the ground have been successfully damaged or destroyed. Hitting a stationary target is, of course, much easier than hitting one moving at over 150 miles per hour. But the ambition to take them on in midair is what's truly groundbreaking. We are likely to see this tactic refined. Perhaps future drones will carry more powerful warheads specifically designed to penetrate helicopter armor, or maybe we'll see wolf-pack tactics, where multiple drones attack a single helicopter from different angles to overwhelm its defenses and increase the chances of a critical hit. The helicopter's own defense systems, like flares and electronic countermeasures, are designed to defeat traditional anti-aircraft missiles, not necessarily a small, fast-moving drone that isn't guided by heat or radar in the same way. This creates a new technological arms race. Helicopter manufacturers will now need to consider the threat of FPV drones in their designs. Will we see future helicopters equipped with their own short-range defenses, like small shotguns or laser systems, specifically to counter drones? It's a fascinating and frankly terrifying evolution of military technology happening right before our eyes. The story of this drone versus helicopter showdown is more than just a single engagement. It's a glimpse into the future of conflict. It's about how innovation and clever tactics can level the playing field, allowing a smaller force to challenge a larger, more technologically advanced adversary. The helicopter may have flown away this time, but the message was sent. No target is safe. The skies are no longer the sole domain of billion-dollar air forces. The age of the drone hunter has arrived. What do you think will be the next major drone innovation we see on the battlefield? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and be sure to follow for more updates.